Good evening, everyone. How are you? Hope you've all had a great day and you're having a lovely evening. So, tonight I am reacting to Foodie Beauty's live stream called What's Up that she just completed that went on for 3 hours. And I've had a very busy day today, doing things around the house, doing laundry, all that sort of stuff. So that's why it's taken me a little bit longer to get to this react. Plus, you guys know that when I react to Chantal, I like for her to complete the live stream before I get started, unless I see her raging going off and I get the feeling that she's going to dirty delete. Then I'll record as she's doing the whole live. But she's a bit calmer in this live stream. And so I decided to go, I'll just wait until she's done. So that's what we're doing. So I got a lot of stuff to show you guys on top of the react, on top of her video. Stuff I've been gathering up on Twitter, because Twitter always gets some interesting stuff. So let me just go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see everything. Okay, so there's my Twitter. There's my Twitter right there. Some people have been asking me where my Twitter is. Well, you guys can see it right here, and there's Booger, and there's Sparky. So let's start with this. This is from Shenanigans, saying she loves kids, though. Is there any reason for her to be this snarky? Okay, so a little backstory for those who might be confused by the messages, like what they're referring to. What is the context? So Allah did a live stream, and Allah is the friend or former friend of Salah, the one that Salah borrowed money from. When Chantal went to the campsite and she and Salah hung out at the campsite with a bunch of other people, Allah got onto his live stream and said that when Salah and Chantal showed up at the campsite, they did not have any food when they showed up. They just brought a couple of bottles of soda. Chantal ate before everybody else, which would be considered very, very rude. She ate before everyone. She did not help the ladies clean up. And to make matters worse, Salah and Chantal took off before everybody was awake. They took all of the bottled water. They took all the kids' candy and then just bolted. So Allah was very angry about that. And that's where the angry voicemails came from, just the complete lack of respect. So here are some of the messages going back and forth. There's Hamburger Eyes saying, you didn't forget, Chinny, you did it out of spite. Like you steal water bottles from kids in a desert. Yeah, so Chantal, allegedly, they took all the water that was there. That way the people that were there, they couldn't just wake up and drink some water, and took the candy from the kids. Okay. And Foodie Beauty replies back saying, I steal water bottles from kids. LMAO. Foodie Beauty, haha, well, they shouldn't misbehave. So she kind of admitted that she did it. And I had a thought, y'all. Y'all remember that apartment tour that Foodie did? They opened up the fridge. Wasn't it stocked with water bottles? I wonder if those water bottles came from the campsite. Those were the water bottles that Foodie and Salah took from the campsite. That's what we were seeing. Because I'm like, there's an awful lot of water and drinks in there, but there's no food. I have to wonder if that's where they came from. And she says, I took their candy too. That's something I would not be proud of, Foodie. I would not be proud of showing up at a function with no food, eating everybody else's food, not even having the courtesy to help clean up at least as a thank you, sequestering yourself in a tent and saying you have a migraine when really you're on your phone and talking to people. So you must not have had a migraine then, Foodie. And then the next morning, making sure to grab all of the drinks and grab the napkins and the candy before you left. Like, really, what's wrong with you? Can you blame Allah and the family and the friends for not liking you if you do things like this? Okay, let's see. Next tweet. Doggone it. scrumptious tricks. It says, according to Allah, Chantal sent money to Salah before she left. That would be the mansion deposit some of us assumed probably went to Nads. So yeah, y'all remember that whole crazy thing where she talked about getting a mansion, and then Pete said, oh, it's actually just a regular house. It's not a mansion. And he also said that she exaggerates things. So she talked about getting a mansion, which looked really far-fetched. And then almost in the same breath said she was going to Kuwait. And all of us were wondering, well, how are you going to do both? Because both are very expensive. How? It doesn't make sense. You're going to sign up to go into a mansion with very expensive rent, and then shortly after that go to Kuwait. Well, it looks like that was all just a runaround because she sent money to Salah. And remember, you guys, I did a tarot reading, and my cards kept telling me over and over again that this thing, it's a money grab, it's a money exchange, that money was exchanging hands. Well, it's been revealed that Chantal sent 2 money transfers to Salah. One was for 5,000, another one for 4,000. So she sent him $9,000. We were all wondering, what is Salah getting out of this? Like, what is it that he is being so calm for? Like, what's he getting out of it? Everybody was thinking he's getting citizenship. I had a feeling it was money, lots and lots of money, and we weren't wrong. Those in the reaction community, those that were reactors and viewers saying it was basically a business transaction, we were right. It was a money transaction. Because I don't know what else Chantal has spent on Salah, but before she even went to Kuwait, 2 money transfers, one for 5,000, one for 4,000. So she paid him $9,000. That's why he's been so nice to her. That's why he's been so nice, because he got paid to be nice. It makes sense now, doesn't it? Okay, this is from Miss Mary Cab, MC. She says, that face when you hog a bunch of food that other people bought and made and then pretend to be sick so you can leave early with all the clean drinking water so children can wake up thirsty in the desert. Yeah, rude, Chantal. Very, very rude. Very, very rude. People waking up and the only water they can drink is in bottles, and you take it all. What's wrong with you? You and Salah were going to be on your way home. You could have bought any kind of liquid you want on the way home. But before you leave, you're going to take all of the water and all of the soda and everything else they can drink so that they don't have any. Rude. And I especially remember that part in your vlog where you were grabbing onto other people's kids and holding on to them for dear life. So you're going to sit there and act like you're so affectionate with the kids, but before you leave, you're going to take their candy and you're going to take the water? Girl, you're out of pocket. Okay, this is from Stoned React, saying, I just want to take a moment to give a round of applause for Mo Translates. You're a real trooper. I know it's not easy translating and turning things around as quickly as you have been doing. Many of us would literally be lost in translation if it wasn't for you. Thank you. Yes, let's give a round of applause for Mo Translates and for all the lovely people in the community that know how to speak Arabic, that are able to give the translations, because they have been a really huge help. So thank you, Mo Translates, for all the hard work you do. Thank you to all the people that are viewers in the community that are going into the live chats, that are helping to interpret what's going on. We really appreciate you. We appreciate your help very much. Hidden Truths says, Foodie Beauty, this is all to promote Allah and Salah's perfume. They're not arguing between each other, and Chantal's lack of reaction spoke for itself. This was a ploy for sales. This wall art was to help their business. So I believe this clip is from the live that just happened tonight that I'm going to react to. If you want my opinion about Allah, I think he's a kind man. I think he's sad about his friend hooking up with Foodie and her being toxic and seeing her drag him down severely. He just misses his friend. And I think Foodie is stressing out more and more because she knows she's got to leave Kuwait And once she leaves Kuwait, she will no longer have full control over Salah. And that means his friends and family can step in and maybe talk some sense into him. And Salah, let me tell you something. This one right here, she's not worth the headache. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Not at all. She destroys lives. She destroys friendships. She destroys relationships. She destroys reputations. And she doesn't give it a thought because she has no regard for herself. So if she has no regard for herself, she has no regard for anyone else either. Okay, what's this clip down here? Okay, this is from Shenanigans. This is Pete's reacting to Chantal's new song. This is actually kind of funny. So for those who are not aware, Chantal released a sick beat song. And I will warn you, the song made me cringe so hard. I was plugging my ears. It was completely awful. It was worse than her song Pathetic. She had her little karaoke mic with the echo effect on it. I don't know why she would take a karaoke mic to Kuwait, but she did. And it was terrible. It was so terrible. And here's the kicker. She's so in love with Salah, but yet the song was about Nader. It was about Nader. So no one can tell me that she's still not infatuated with Nader. Because what supposed married woman, while married, is going to make a song about the ex? But here's Pete's reaction to the song.
All right, let's put on the song. Let's listen to Chantal's new song.
He sounds really excited, doesn't he?
Jesus, 2 minutes. I don't know that I'll listen to all of it.
Okay, so I wanted to write a song. It's been a while since I wrote Pathetic and Starfish, but I thought I would write something called At the End of the Day. And
Hey, at least.
You know, it's funny. I'll listen. I don't want to expose you guys to the nightmare that this song is. In the song, she was using that annoying, whispery, low BMI voice, like she was recording it in the bathroom or something when Salah was asleep. It's so ridiculous. And
at the end of the day, I will sing a song. I know you have the notifications on.
it wasn't even really singing, it was just her speaking and her trying to sound sexy, and it didn't work.
But you're the one watching. At the end of the day, you think it's funny, you think it's bad. Well, I don't know.
Was she trying to do the Marilyn Monroe type thing? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Marilyn Monroe, she sang for John F. Kennedy. She sang it in a very breathy, almost sexy voice. It's famous. Everybody knows about it. Was she trying to do that, something like that, for Nader?
In the land of sand, two peas to find out, just for clout, would fade away and not remain. At the end of the day,
Okay, I won't subject you guys to the whole song. But Pete's reaction is like, yeah, that's enough of that. He didn't even listen to a minute of it, and then he turned it off. And this is your BFF of 17 years, Chantal, and even he hates the song. Okay, this is from Mrs. Robinson. This is a clip from Allah's live. Allah talks about the camping trip. There was a fight, doesn't deny it, and explains why. The other one were being nice to Foodie Beauty, serving her, accommodating her, cleaning up after her because she's too fat to do anything but. This is Allah and what he has to say.
Big. She cannot. No, this time when we are in the camp, she's speaking about my wife and another wife. This time we fighting, and I tell him you have to remove the talking about the woman. They help her. She cannot move. She cannot clean. She cannot sit good to eat. They help her only because she cannot. She's weak. She's big. She cannot do anything. We feel sad when we start to eat. She cannot sit good. But we try also to make fun and we eat all together. That's all. That's what's happened in the camp. Someone they ask,
I'm going to inject my thoughts into this. I've just had the thought in my head, and I'm open to your thoughts as well. Those of you that are watching this video, I would like to hear your opinions and feelings. So, those of us who have been watching Chantal for a while, she is gaining more and more weight. And I honestly have to wonder, like, I know that a big part of that is her AD, her binge eating. It's completely out of control, and she is not taking steps to get it under control. But there's another part of me that's wondering if she is deliberately getting bigger and bigger because she wants to put herself in a place where she's bedbound. I honestly wonder that if she is deliberately setting herself up to soon become bedbound because she does not want to do anything for herself. She wants everyone to wait on her hand and foot. And in the case of any man that gets near her, that's just another way to trap them with her, forcing them to take care of her. And can I say, Chantal, that if that is the plan, if you are gaining more and more weight because the bigger you get, the more you feel that everybody else just accommodate you and cater to you and clean up after you and feed you, if you are trying deliberately to make yourself bedbound, this is such a bad idea. There's a lot of people that are bedbound that are that way because of medical reasons or physical reasons that I'm sure that they wish they weren't bedbound, that they had more freedom to move around and do things for themselves. So if you are deliberately gaining weight to make people feel that because of your weight and you can't do much, they have to do more, they have to take care of you, they have to feed you, they have to clean you, they have to clean up after you. That is not a good plan. That is definitely not a good plan.
speak about another wife and your wife, they make for her. No, that's for us. We help because we know some people they cannot do anything. We don't ask him to do it. We
She has talked, Foodie has talked really awful about Allah and Mrs. Allah. She's talked really awful about them. She said disgusting things about his wife. And yet, everything that Allah is saying right here in this clip, the people in Kuwait, Salah's friends, Salah's relatives, they've done everything to accommodate Chantal. Everything to accommodate her, to make her feel welcome. They've helped her in any way they can. And she doesn't appreciate that. And she doesn't appreciate those people that tried to help her. There's a picture that Allah has shown where she's sitting in Allah's living room, and you can see in the picture that Allah and his wife even went so far as to scoot two couches together to accommodate Chantal sitting down. Not only that, but they stacked pillows behind her so she could sit up and eat with them. And I did notice something about that photo, that Mrs. Allah was not sitting on the couch. She was probably more than likely sitting on the floor just so Chantal could have somewhere to sit. I mean, just being very hospitable with Chantal. And then Chantal has the nerve to say awful things about Mrs. Allah, to say awful things about this woman and just be really disgusting and dox this woman. How dare you, Chantal? When the people that don't know you, that they're doing their best to accommodate you and take care of you and try to work around the fact that you are of a bigger size and you can't do much. Truly, how dare you?
don't like to let him feel shame. Uh, Anyone he see her, he knows she cannot do anything.
Oh, and let's not forget she did break Allah's couch. But still, they were hospitable. They were nice to her. She broke their couch. Like they bent over backwards to make her happy, and still she did this.
For that, that's helping only. try to catch something.
Okay, so that's one clip from Allah's stream. This is also from the camping part, like Chantal taking a break from helping the woman clean because she had a headache. Yeah, this is where she claimed that she had a migraine, even though she was in a tent, bright lights in her face, and on her phone. Anybody out there? You ever had a really bad headache? You don't want those bright lights in your face, do you? No. You just want to take an. There she is. She's right there, right there. So she's got a headache, looking dead at the camera, and talking. If you have a really bad headache, and anybody who's ever had migraines, I've never had them, but I've heard how awful they are. I've had pounding headaches that I crawl into bed and I go into a dark room and I don't want any noise at all. I don't even want a box fan blowing on me because even just the cool air hurts my head. I can only imagine what a migraine feels like. But this one claiming to have a migraine just so she can get out of cleaning. And this clip is courtesy of Katie, and just saying.
By myself right now, just the men are doing their own thing, and I just helped the women. We all just did team.
You know, I'm just going to toss a theory out here. Just a theory because I have no receipts, I have no proof. Chantal in this clip she looked annoyed. She looked angry. Here's a theory. I think perhaps maybe that Chantal was clinging on to Sala all night long, and maybe the ladies at camp told her to let go of Sala for a minute and let him go hang out with the guys. And she didn't like that. So she, in a huff, went to the tent to go pout. Because over there, the men do their own thing together in a group. The women do their thing in a group. They do things separately. And she doesn't like that. She wanted to be glued to Sala's side the whole time. And he wants to go off with his friends. And she's just very clingy. Just a theory.
Work on cleaning up everything. I'm taking a break because my migraine is coming back a little bit.
Girl, stop. If you had a migraine, you wouldn't be on the phone right now.
I don't know if I told you guys, but I had a bit of a migraine.
You know what's funny? I've been watching Chantal for years. And isn't it weird that she didn't start getting all these migraines until she went to Kuwait? She never really complained about them when she was back home in Canada, but suddenly when she's in Kuwait and she's around people and she has to clean and cook, suddenly she gets these migraines.
I think I told you on my Foodie Beauty live stream, but I have a bit of a migraine. I think because during the day it was pretty warm. Nothing.
You know, I'm not a doctor, Chantal. I don't know what's going on inside of you, but maybe the migraines have something to do with all of the sodium intake and how hot it is. I don't know. But I just think it's weird that every time when it comes time to clean and help other people and hang out with other people, suddenly you got a headache. But I'll tell you what, if Salah wanted to get busy with you this night, suddenly that headache would have gone away. Okay, this is from Mrs. Robinson. If she goes back to Canada, we will finally rest, but it's difficult now with the case. She will stay longer. Also, he talks about Foodie Beauty taxes. My gut is telling me that his also we have things in the Canadian Embassy is about her taxes and his case against her. So there's been talk that because of the things that Foodie has said about Mrs. Allah, like she's done a lot of things in Kuwait that could, get her in serious trouble. And she's not gotten in trouble yet. And Chantal she doesn't want to acknowledge that she's in another country. She's not in Canada anymore. And whoever you are, wherever you go in the world, the laws of that land apply. And you have to be respectful. You have to be very respectful. And she hasn't been. She's just been playing this very dangerous game of chicken, of just pushing the limit of doing things and things that she should not be doing, and the cursing on camera and gossiping. And she shouldn't be doing that. She should not be doing that there. And now she went too far talking about Miss Allah, and that could land her in serious hot water. Serious hot water. But here's the clip from Allah. From Mrs. Robinson, Mrs. Allah.
What is going to happen when she goes back to Canada? What will happen to Salah? If she go back to Canada, Salah he will wake up and he will start to work again and he will become normal again.
I really hope that's true, Allah. I really hope that's true that he does wake up. When she's gone, I hope that he does wake up. But uh, Chantal has her hooks in pretty deep with Sala, and she's an abusive person. And one thing I know about abusive people from experience is that abusive people, they will isolate their targets to make them dependent on them and only them. So in the space of 2 months that Chantal has been in Kuwait, not only has she broken many things, material things, but she's managed to put Salah in a position where his father is not happy about the arrangement. The family's not happy about the arrangement. There's a lot of discord there with the family. And now you and Salah, you two were friends, and she's gotten between the two of you, and she's absolutely loving that, by the way. She loves getting between people. She likes breaking up friendships and relationships. She's got a pattern of that. I mean, I don't know if Salah is going to come back to his senses and all of you guys can talk to him and get his head straight again. But something tells me that even when she goes home to Canada, she's still going to be trying to contact Salah and maybe throw some money at him to keep him talking to her and to turn away from all of you. I hope that's not the case, but Foodie is toxic, and once you enter her web, it's hard to escape.
I wish if she go, all we take rest. But I think now not easy to go. Before she's easy to go. Now when she face this casing, I think maybe she stay more. Or direct to I don't know. I don't like to go deep in this one.
Yeah, so Foodie's plan is to come home at the end of the month, stay home for 3 weeks, and go back. Don't know if that's going to happen, but that's her plan. I've also heard through the grapevine that the reason why she's coming back is because of her bankruptcy. She's got to go to court for that. And then she's going to settle that and go right back to Kuwait. But I've also heard that if you have a tourist visa, once you come back, you have to wait 3 months. So time will tell what's going on with Foodie. But you know what, Foodie? This is kind of a side issue, but an important one. If you're planning on going back and forth to Kuwait or anywhere in the world, it's time to rehome the cats, don't you think? Because it sounds like you're going to leave the cats alone more than spend time with them. Like you've been a very neglectful pet owner. If you're planning on just focusing on Sala, you need to give the cats to somebody who will take care of them, because it sounds like you don't want to. Okay, this this is Mrs. Robinson again, because in this live stream, Allah was throwing the polite shade. He wasn't going too far. Foodie went too far, but Salah did not go too far. The shade, Foodie Beauty had to move sideways in the old room. As you can tell, I'm re-enjoying his stream. It cracks me up. So this is Salah
I make
throwing
it
his
for you
shade.
another video. I make it for you another video for the room later. I will show you the small room. Oh my God. She stay the bed. After that, the cabinet. There is less than 1 meter. She can pass like this between the door and the cabinet and the bed.
So yeah, he was throwing the shade. But I can see how someone of Foodie's size would have trouble moving around a small room. If he was throwing the polite shade, he wasn't going too far. Okay, so there's Milk Tea. She did great analysis. Okay, oh, there we go. See, this is what I was talking about right here, right here, right here. Okay, like I said, she took all the water and even the candy from the campsite, allegedly. So isn't it funny when she did this reveal? What's this? What is that? Where'd these come from? I thought it was weird that there was all this, you get all these bottles of water and soda, but there's no food. I'm like, this looks like a break room fridge with all these bottles. Where'd they come from? And now we know where they came from. You know, sticky fingered Foodie Beauty. That's where they came from. Oh, here we go. So, Foodie likes to say she's hotter than 90% of all of us, but we've only seen her with the filters on. But sometimes those filters give up the truth. So we've seen the pictures of her with her little pointy chin. Where's the pointy chin, Foodie? Where's the pointy chin here? This happened because her filters glitched. Where's the pointy chin? Where is it? And you're over there losing weight? No, ma'am. No. No, you're not losing weight. You're gaining weight. This is not me fat shaming you. This is just fact. You're gaining weight. I don't know how much you've gained. I would say at least 50 pounds because of all the binges and lack of activity. And you're not getting your sleep. And anybody who is looking to lose weight, sometimes not getting enough sleep contributes to weight gain. It makes your body produce that fat hormone, cortisol, which is, the devil. You're trying to lose weight, that doggone hormone cortisol. You don't get enough sleep, what happens? You wake up tired, and then what happens? You're craving the carbs because carbs are body fuel. So you're craving the sugary stuff. You want those donuts. You want anything that's sweet because your body's saying, we're tired. Help us. We need caffeine. We need sugar. And so you will crave stuff you shouldn't have just because you're freaking tired. And Foodie's not been getting any sleep. Look here. If you look at videos and pictures of how her tummy looked before her trip compared to how it looks now, she's gained a lot. And the crazy thing is that the ladies over in the Middle East, when they wear the abayas, it's supposed to be loose fitting to kind of conceal your body form. But her abayas show it off more. So she thought that the abayas would hide her body, but because she buys them too small and too tight, it actually shows off more of her body. But yeah, no pointy chin here. No pointy chin here, Foodie. The binges are catching up to you, girl. Slow down. Okay, so here's a picture from Tweety. I bet what upset this beast the most about Allah's stream was this unfiltered picture of herself in all of her glory. Stay mad, shitty. So interesting thing about this picture. Chantal claimed that it was a private picture. She did not know the picture was being taken, but y'all can look. She's looking dead at the camera and she's smiling. She knew the picture was being taken. It wasn't like she was looking away and didn't see the camera taking the picture on the phone. She knew. She's smiling at the camera. And like I said earlier, look, she was being treated in a very hospitable way. The guest scooted the couches over for her. Here's the pillows behind her. They basically made her an adult high chair just so she could sit up and eat with them. They accommodated her. She couldn't do much. They were doing things for her. They sat her up so she could eat with everybody. She doesn't look comfortable at all, but they were still trying to help her. And she has the nerve to speak rudely about Allah and his family. Okay, this is something cool. This is from Beaton. It's a pink dolphin. Look. Have you ever seen a pink dolphin? I haven't either. That's something you definitely don't see every day. How about that? I just thought that was cool. Okay. So let's go over to the actual live stream itself. It's 3 hours long. Obviously, I won't be covering all of it. It's just no need. So let's get to, shall we?
Well, I'm having something to eat.
And I'm not going to include the chat just because, you know what? I ain't got all night. The chat portion of the lives always take forever to process when the live stream is too long. So we're just going to do this without the chat. Let's do this.
What else is new? And I saved it for you guys. I have some Ritz. Some of this big, huge block of...
Okay, hold on.
Girl.
Wait. Go back.
That's me. The heck is this cheese product I'm unfolding?
So for those who do not know, she was live tonight, and at the same time, Natter was live tonight. And Natter is big mad. He's angry because he reached out to, did he reach out? I don't know if he reached out to Allah or Allah reached out to him, but Natter was angry because Allah wouldn't go up on panel with him. Natter was hoping that Allah would go up on panel with him so he could make money, and Allah turned him down. So he's still salty over that. But Natter did a live tonight, and at the same time, Chantal did a live. So I guess she's going to be talking about that in this live stream also.
Girl sip. Hey, Flop. What's with the song? Hot sauce? New hijab. This is an undercap, actually. I'm just lazy. I've been cleaning, so I don't have my ring on. It's in the room. I'm not going to wake up Salah just to go get it to prove people I love my husband. Tiffany, you just heard my song?
Yeah, we know what kind of love you give your husband. $9,000 in e-transfers. You know, Chantal likes to call herself a wife. She's not a true wife. I'll tell you what she is. She's a WIFE. Wallet in freaking e-transfer. That's what it stands for. Wire in freaking e-transfer. That's a wife. That's the kind of wife she is.
How does it go again? Oh, thank you, not me. Look at my makeup is everywhere. I fell asleep twice today. Hey, Dream. Margarine. Golden Gate. Well, I'm having something to eat. What else is new? And I saved it for you guys.
Of course you did, because you can't just eat a meal off camera. That would be the normal thing to do. You have to monetize your problem with food. Like you always do. You monopolizing your own problem with food.
I have some Ritz.
Okay, so she got crackers.
Some of this big, huge.
Boom. So does she need a huge block of cheese? Anybody that's on my channel, for those who are not longtime viewers of Chantal, something you should know. About 3 or 4 years ago, Chantal had to go to the ER because she ate too much cheese. She literally had to go to the ER because she ate too much cheese. Cheese has always been a big weakness for Chantal. And cheese is essentially fat. That's all the cheese is pure fat. She loves cheese. Everything's got to have cheese on it, in it, around it. And there she is. She's got a whole block of cheese. She could have taken some of that cheese and sliced it, put it on a plate with some crackers. That would have been fine. But no, we got to grab the whole doggone block. And you know that sucker's not going to last the night.
Huge block of Golden Girl, my song. It's a diss track. Oh, at the end of the day, yeah.
That diss track sucked. I'm just going to say it. It sucked. It was awful. It was worse than pathetic. I never thought that I would see the day that any song could be worse than pathetic, but it was bad. It was so bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Number 999. Please. It's a good song, right?
No, not really.
Cheddar processed cheese. But see, they don't.
So basically it's Velveeta. Processed cheese that look like off-brand Velveeta, girl.
Diet orange because they're like not allowed to, I guess. It's not
It's Velveeta.
allowed, probably.
So it's not even real cheese. It's just junk.
Color number 57 isn't allowed. Whoa. Smells like feet.
All the money she makes and she can't even buy real Velveeta. Now that's pathetic.
Grammys. Hey, Golden Girl, hey. It's 4:03 a.m. and so.
Wait. Stop. So it's y'all, did you guys catch that? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 a.m. and she's binging. I can't. I can't relate. I can't even imagine being up at 4 in the morning and binging. But I guess that's the only time she can do it because Salah's in bed and he's not keeping an eye on her. Although, you know what? At this point, I don't think Salah really cares. I think that when she first came to Kuwait, she was trying to keep up this facade of, yeah, I want to eat healthy. But then over time, they've had conversations and she's told him, look, this is how I make my money. People watch me eat. And so because she told him that, he's like, yeah, go ahead and do your thing because you're the one giving me the money. But I'm also going to say this as someone, as a person that my ED's in recovery. When you binge, there's an element of embarrassment and shame attached to it. And it's kind of weird. Chantal doesn't feel embarrassed or ashamed to get in front of her viewers and do it, but yet this hot guy that she likes so much, she won't really do it in front of him. That's why she waits till 4 in the morning when he's asleep. So when it comes to binge eating, there's usually an element of shame and embarrassment. You hide it from people. So she feels comfortable doing this in front of strangers that she doesn't have to physically look at. But someone that she does, she'll hide it from him.
Salah has a toe surgery tomorrow for ingrown toenail. And he doesn't need me to go with him because he's going to be seeing his father. And,
Oh, could it be because the father doesn't like you? Could it be because the family doesn't like you? Because you guys are supposed to be married. Why wouldn't he take you with him? You're supposed to be the wife, right? I mean, we already know Salah's dad does not like you. I can't blame him. You're a beast. You're feral. And you're ruining his son. And family and honor over there are very important. And you are destroying both for Salah. Although I will, y'all, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I got to, because we got to make it fair. Chantal being over there is partially his fault. He allowed it to happen. He didn't have to. But Salah listened to Chantal, believed Chantal and all her lies about, I'll give you money and just believe in me and I'll make you a big YouTube channel. We'll make lots and lots of money. Salah's fault was that he was looking for a quick road to getting what he wanted rather than doing it himself. He was looking for the fast track and he thought Chantal was it. And trust me, Salah, she's not.
I can't drive him home anyway. My record deal, so he's sleeping. And I told him I'm going to go live. End of the day. You know what? Part 2 is coming up.
Oh, please no.
And these are
We don't need a part 2. I think I speak for all of you too. We don't need a part 2. Please no. Please no. Please don't.
spicy chicken.
What? What in the crap is that? It looks a mess. So wait. Let's recap. We just saw a huge block of cheese. What is that?
Cutlets?
So you got a huge block of cheese and an obscene amount of food on a plate. You don't need all that, Chantal. You don't need it.
Spicy chicken, like in the air fryer stuff. Okay, so this is my housewife cooking. And ketchup.
What a meal. My taste buds are confused, y'all. A huge block of cheese and crackers, and you're going to have chicken with ketchup on it. My taste buds are confused. Just thinking about the taste of the ketchup in the mouth along with the cheese. No.
I like a side of sodium with my sodium. The allegations were right. You guys know I use the air fryer, but we mostly eat out a lot. And
I want to know what the point of the air fryer is when at the same time you're trying to eat something that's come from the air fryer, you got a huge block of cheese. I mean, at that point, just forget it. What's that chicken going to do if you're throwing down like 3,000 calories of block cheese?
Not me. Are you sharing post-salad toe pics for Monty? He wishes. He's got to pay. Spicy pickles.
Oh, there's more food?
Which-
My God, woman.
Which one is your favorite? Carrots, whatever this white vegetable is, green something, and let's see. I like this one. Pepsi.
You know why binging is dangerous? Because if you're in the mood, when you're in that frame of mind where you're binging, you start off eating a little bit, and then next thing you know, you've cleared out the fridge. And we know Chantal, she's an eating machine. I'm telling you, Chantal, not saying you should monetize your eating in any way, but I'm telling you, you missed your calling for competitive eating. Girl, you would have won some prizes. The way you could put food away is just astounding.
And now let's eat. Bon appetit. He's a freak. It's like not soft processed cheese, it's hard. It's interesting. Let's see.
She didn't like it. She didn't like it because if she were liking it, she'd be making those orgasm noises. She didn't like it.
It tastes very nice.
She'd lie.
Like normal cheddar. Please review the old breath fragrance. The processed cheese is actually fresh for processed cheese.
Oh my, what? No, she didn't. How can you say that processed cheese is fresh? It's processed. Hello, read the label.
This is ingredients. Okay. Natural cheddar cheese.
So is it processed cheese or is it cheddar cheese? Either way, it's not fresh. Girl, it's in a box.
Milk stabilizers. Preservative E2O2.
Oh, there we go. Preservatives. Hello. Preservatives mean you're preserving something so it has a long shelf life, which means it can't be fresh.
FDM 45% minimum. Ultra high temperature treated. That's the only ingredients. Even their processed cheese has like 4 ingredients. It's quite fresh.
Oh God, there's that word again. I hate that word. I hate it. Overused, overdone. Throw it in the garbage, burn it, do whatever you got to do to it. Get rid of it, Chantal.
Right, I'm gonna just cut a piece of this cutlet. So
Why do you have to tell us everything you're doing? Just do it.
what do you guys want to talk about? I don't even know anymore. I'm in the middle of editing part 2 of our vlog. I've seen enough science museums to last me a lifetime. Flopera, that's all lies, by the way. Why do people believe everyone else?
Because you lie so much. Why does everyone believe everybody else? Because you lie. You lie. That's why people go to the reaction channels. They're looking for the truth that you will not give them. You'll give us everything else but that.
It's so weird.
Not really. Not a mystery to me.
Like the Grinch.
Oh, now she's talking about Natter.
Imagine you see me running throughout tents looking for the water and Kleenex.
Yeah, you did that.
Actually, we took out our 2 bottles of soda, water, and Kleenex and put it all in the middle with everything else and left it there. We'd be adding fragrance to spike sales.
You know, I'm sorry. Y'all, I come from a Southern family. We're all about our being hospitable. I want y'all to know that I had a grandmother and a grandfather that I called Nana and Papa. Love my grandparents. They were awesome. And I miss them to this day. My grandparents were those kind of people that if you were friends or family, you could come to their house and literally walk in and go directly to their fridge. And if you were hungry, you were thirsty, pull something out. My grandmother was known for being that kind of a woman that when it came to events, holidays, you walk in her house, you're going to get fed. Like there, she would purposely overmake food. There would be turkeys and hams and several pies and several cakes, and like every flat surface had food on it. And she loved to do that just so she could say at the end of the night, take a plate home with you. Very hospitable was my grandmother and my grandfather. Okay? They were like that. And you, Chantal, you went to a function knowing there were other people going to be there, and you couldn't even be bothered to bring something, anything, a bag of chips, a cake, a pie. You could have stopped at a store and bought something. You showed up there empty handed with just soda for yourself, and you ate everybody else's food, and then you couldn't even have the decency to help those ladies clean up after you sat there and you went hog wild with the food and ate everybody else's food. I can even tell you, as a Southern woman, how rude I think that is. Horrible. You hear me? Horrible. Horrible. So if Saleh and his family were offended and felt disrespected with you doing that, and then you just swiping all the water and the soda, your little thieving self taking all the water so nobody had anything else to drink when they woke up, yeah, I could see why he was mad. I'd be mad too. You'd be hearing from me.
Further. Flop's a harmless troll. Fragrance sales. Oh. What do you want the bees or fragrance to smell like, by the way? Anything in particular? Honestly?
You know, I don't know if Murad and Saleh are doing this perfume thing and they're trying to attach whatever little bit of notoriety they're getting off of Chantal to it. But I think everybody over there needs to wake up and realize that attaching Chantal's image or name or reputation to any product is a bad idea. She's got a 93K channel, and nobody is coming forward and asking her if she can represent their brand. Nobody needs the dark, smelly stain of Chantal on their product. So whatever plans they got of using her to sell perfume or selfie sticks or whatnot, it ain't going to work. Because I think I can speak honestly. We're all here for the drama and the dirt, are we not? Nobody's going to care about the selfie sticks and perfumes and whatever else they got planned.
Sorry. Hold on. We should make a beezer fragrance, and we should also make a what was I gonna say? A hater fragrance. One day. Hey, giraffe eyelash. That's right for Salah's toe. Okay. Hi, beautiful.
By the way, guys, I'm sorry if the volume with her is so low. I've got my volume up way high. It's just that she's practically whispering.
I'll work on it, not me. New me, so glad to catch you live. I'm getting ready for work here, overnight shift. Oh, well, that's okay. So I have an itchy nose. I'm trying to be polite. Beans are fresh. These are fresh? No. It these
Woman, where's your fork?
spicy chicken things. Spicy. So I'm gonna try not to talk about anybody except for myself.
Good luck with that. Because there's nothing interesting about you. You have to talk about other people.
Can we rip on anyone that's in Canada?
I thought you just said you're not going to talk about other people.
I'm kidding.
Apologies for anybody having to watch her eat. Not my most favorite thing either.
It should be floury. I was thinking rose vanilla with amber. It's a really nice smell. What do you think, guys?
You know, the irony of that. Foodie Beauty getting into the perfume business when she doesn't smell nice, when she doesn't take a shower, when she doesn't bathe. Can you guys just imagine that? That our Foodie Beauty wanting to get into the perfume business and represent the perfume business when she's not about that life of smelling good. She won't even go into the bathroom and use a bar of soap or some body wash. My goodness.
He will be in his bedbound arc tomorrow, at least for a few days. Thank you. And no hot sauce. Oh. It's not about that. But oh, is anyone stream sniping me right now?
Why, you want to throw a copyright strike? Or are you just looking for attention? But which is it? Maybe it's both. Who's stream sniping me right now? Do you need a reason to rage? Is that why you're asking if anybody's live right now covering this?
Hey, Jamie. Yeah. Because that's what like people want.
It's what you want. And I wish you would be honest about that. Instead of playing this stupid game of, I don't want the reaction channels covering me, but yet if they cover other people, I'm still going to rage. I'm going to be mad about that. I think it's time you applied a little bit of honesty to your content. Here's the honesty that you should include. More than half the stuff that you do on your stream, it's geared toward the reaction channels. Are you kidding me? All the drama, all of the outrageous antics are for the reaction channels. You want us to cover you. You want people to be outraged and offended and made nauseous. You want that. All of your content is based around getting the reaction channels to react to you. And then you turn around and act outraged. Oh my God, they're covering me. How could they? Content thieves, vultures. You design your content, Chantal, around getting the reaction channels to cover you. And if you want my opinion, y'all, I think this whole thing with being outraged over Allah, she's outraged because I think Chantal's a control freak and she likes to have everything under her control. But sometimes the script gets taken out of her hands and she can't control the narrative, and that's when she rages. But without those moments of the script changing, she's always thinking of ways to get us to react to her and to cover her. She doesn't like it when we start switching to other people because even she knows that the lifeblood of her channel is the reaction channels and them covering her. And that, my friends, is the truth.
Tons of people. Why? I'm just eating. Like, am I that interesting or what?
No, not really.
Or are those people not interesting enough? We have open chats. Might be nice. I love roses. Not sure what Amber.
And you know what? Since Natter is live streaming, or he was live streaming, and she's live streaming, I'm having to wonder, are we back to doing that same pattern they did before where they were both dual live stream? Because Chantal's true love is Natter. I don't care what she says. I mean, even now, she did a song and she's talking about him while she's married. Come on. She's still thinking about him. She still wants him, despite all of her words about, I hate him and he's awful. The lady doth protest too much. She still wants him. And how much you want to bet when she comes back to Canada, she's going to see him? You know she will. If anything, to get her party favors, because that's her connect. That's her dealer. So she's very much got Natter on her mind. And isn't it funny that they're back to doing the dual live streams again like they used to?
I don't know. It's like a combination. Sala gave me like what would be called a prototype, a sample to smell, and mm, he had this for the house. It smells really nice. Gucci Bloom.
I'm sure it would smell even better if you took a bath. I'm just saying. Because expecting body sprays and diffusers like that to cover up whatever smell there might be because you're not bathing, you're asking far too much of that product. There's only so much it can do in a room.
It smells sort of something like that. Actually, we could replicate smells too. I'm a celebrity.
No, you're not.
Really, girl sip? I'm not surprised. Opera. What would the hater fragrance smell like?
Truth, freedom to speak our mind. It would smell wonderful. It'd smell like truth. That's what you should call a hater fragrance if you make one. Truth. The truth. There you go. There's an idea for your hater line. Truth.
Tracy, hey.
It would smell like a breath of fresh air.
I know I've seen people saying, throw her in jail. Knock on wood, but you guys are insane. Onions. How about a garlic smell? Ted Osby's. Member for 7 months, the loyalty beezer. Hey beezer, the Holy Trinity might be gone, but I'm still here, OG beezer. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ted, for being a loyalty beezer. Maybe said rabies. We should team up. Yeah. Go for it. All Foodie Beauty does is eat like a cow.
Well, if the shoe fits.
You're absolutely right. So onions and vinegar? No. Both you and Hillary Clinton will defy the chance of lock her up. Yeah, not me. Well, Harry's awake.
Yeah, speaking of Harry the hamster, I don't know if I had mentioned this in a react earlier, but I am worried about Harry the hamster. Just because hamsters are very sensitive to cold and to heat. But if a hamster gets too cold, it can enter a state called torpor, Torpor. You guys can look it up. It's almost like a hibernation state, and they can stay in it for days. And what worries me is that Chantal is a woman of a bigger size, and I'm sure that because of her larger size, she might need to keep the house colder than normal to accommodate the fact that she gets hot very easily. She did mention that Harry has been sleeping for 2 days. It kind of sounds like he's already entered that state of torpor. So you might want to be careful about that, Chantal, because if a hamster goes into torpor, that can be quite serious for their health.
I don't know what else to say except stay mad. Which people do apparently. This cheese is like weird. It doesn't taste like processed cheese. I'm gonna tag YouTube on Twitter, see the
And for those wondering, like, what is the lowest temperature that a hamster can tolerate? It's about 65 to 75 degrees. So I don't know if Chantal's got the thermostat lower than that.
amount of bullying these people do to you. Thank you, girl tip. I don't think YouTube cares, unfortunately. Look how long they've let people like go after Amber Lynn.
You know, it's too bad that Amber Lynn's become extremely boring, because I would love it if she did something exciting and all of us reactors switched over to her. I would be very interested to see the reaction in Chantal if all the reactors started covering Amber. That would really make her freak out. That would make her panic. You know, like she would go from all these reaction channels covering me to, like, why aren't they covering me? She honestly would freak out from the lack of attention. But I really wish Amber would stop being so doggone boring so we can go back to reacting to her.
Like her or not, like people do the same thing, if not worse, to her. But is it creepy about how obsessed Dee Dee and Nat are obsessed with that turd? Are obsessed with you? I was talking to my friend last night,
What friend?
and she's like, "Oh
You have friends?"
my god,
She said, I talked to my friend, but she won't say the friend's name. That's because you have no friends.
Trash Bag and Comb Over Queen of Lachine are still talking about you." When I hear Doo talk about me, it makes me. I sit here eating, laughing. Keep eating, Chantal.
Oh, that was something interesting that happened in Natter's stream tonight. He did admit that he loses views when he's not talking about Chantal. So he pretty much admitted that he needs her for content. That without her, his channel would wither. He actually said that, but that's something that we already knew.
Are you skinny? Are you? I'm not as fat as you. No, but you're not as pretty either.
You're not pretty, Chantal. You're not pretty. And that's not me coming for your physical looks. I'm just, overall, you're not pretty. You're not. You're not pretty because you got an ugly inside. You could go to Sephora right now, eat every bit of makeup in the place, and that still wouldn't fix the ugly inside of you. You hear me? You got a whole bunch of ugly inside of you. And some of that is working its way out of you. So no, you're not pretty.
Am I? Is that conceited? And they literally.
You have nothing to be conceited about. You have nothing at all to be conceited about. Your life is a mess. Your health is a mess. You have nothing to be conceited about. You're not greater than anybody else around you.
Imagine being in a loving relationship, which
You're not.
we all know is BS.
You're not in a loving relationship.
This is what hit.
You paid $9,000 for that love, girl. It ain't really yours. You were just renting him. That's all this is. You rented a temporary husband. He ain't really yours. You were paying by the hour. literally.
He turns on members only and he has like 5 people watching. Anyway, everything you say, calling me bitch or Musa, everything you say has been recorded and is going, as soon as I get home, I'm going to my police station with the revenge P and all of these things you're still talking about me.
It's too late, Chantal. You went to the police before and then you swore you retracted your statement. You would not be a credible witness to anything at this point. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You wouldn't be a credible witness to anything. You lied too much, and you know you lied too much, and that's why you really won't push through because you know you have no case. And you're going to get caught in your lies anyway. Oh, and let's not forget, because I'm not going to let her forget, that she made the statement out loud on a live stream that as far as those claims, she exaggerated those claims. So by saying that, you lied. You're basically saying you lied about the claims. Remember?
And of all the people who talk about him, spread things about him, talk about his abuse, he comes after me only. Targeted. Can't wait for you to get what's coming to you. Anyway, then their big screen TV, that's why I put that in my song, has me and Sala on it. And they're like spitting with rage. And you people think I rage. Nothing in comparison. Nothing compares to you because you're pathetic. Harry is the new celebrity. I gave him egg today, cucumber, mango, some pellets.
You're overfeeding that hamster, Chantal. You are super morbidly obese and you're working on making the hamster super morbidly obese, and that is not healthy for a hamster. Cut it out. Just because you soothe yourself with food, animals are different. They don't need all that. You don't have to overfeed Harry the hamster to be a mini me of you.
That's it. I don't want to overfeed him.
Good.
Keeps me out. I don't know how Chantal does it. Because you guys are awesome.
Although I don't believe that. If Chantal can't control her own diet, I don't believe she's controlling the diet of her hamster. I think we saw Sam, the cat. No shade on the cat. It's not his fault. But we saw Sam. He was a big old fluffy boy. He was a fat boy. You know, like she wants whatever male animal that's around her to be big and fluffy like her. So it's a mini me. She's looking for a mini me.
Honestly, having a Beezer community makes this worthwhile for me. I have a lot of support, even though I have a lot of hate. New Year's, Tyler. I saw you and Sam are planning a tour of Canada. We're gonna drive by the villa. We'll get arrested. They're not going anywhere. When pigs fly. My chicken soup? No, I'm gonna make him cheesy pasta.
When pigs fly, well, you are getting on an airplane soon.
He loves pasta. He loves basic pasta, like macaroni. I'm like, what do you want on it? You want me to make a sauce? I made like an Alfredo sauce. He doesn't like. He likes. He's very, very. Shlonik means like, how are you? And he's so cute. He's in his little voice. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, it looks like she's babbling. I'm going to skip forward trying to find something interesting.
At the idea of hating on me every stream. It's so pathetic. Do you not like? What's your life like? Seriously. A loser.
You know what's pathetic, Chantal? You flew all the way to Kuwait to play house with a guy and pay him $9,000 to act like your husband just so you could live out your fairy tale fantasy of being married and to have content. You could have stayed home and used that $9,000 to better yourself, or I don't know, take the cats to the vet so they could be healthy, or use some of that money to make yourself healthy, or maybe pay off your car or your debts. You could have done so many other things with that money. But no, you had to fly all the way to Kuwait because there was a hot guy there you just had to spend time with. And then once you got to Kuwait, girl, you don't even get the D. He ain't breaking your back at night. You aren't sore in places that you should be sore. Hate to be rude, y'all. Hate to be lewd, but hey, come on. That's what it is. She's not only thirsty, she's dehydrated. And here's Sala looking like a tall drink of cold water, and she can't drink him. She flew so many thousands of miles because of a hot guy. And they haven't even been intimate once. $9,000 for all of that. And you can't even come back and said, I had a great time with him. We had some wild, passionate times. Now that is pathetic.
TB, member for 11. Loyal TB's there. I know nothing of hamsters, but you should get another one. Kept in a separate habitat. A ginger one, named him Ronald. Oh, that's a good idea, TB. We already got rid of Mary. Ready, set, release. Whenever he gets really mad too, he goes, you better check your shamuta. And he like snorts. I told you he snorts when he's crazy. Disgusting people.
No, you're disgusting. For calling a married woman who has done you no wrong, who has not attacked you, not talked about you as Sharmuta, and accusing her of awful things. Especially coming from you, Chantal. We know your past, all the things you've done, all of the promiscuous things you've done. Having the nerve to let that word Sharmuta come out of your dirty mouth.
Sweet. Brittany. Brittany, you don't have to announce everybody you support. It's totally whatever. You know? Don't worry, girl. And he's talking about their history right in front of Dee Dee. And Dee Dee's just like, yeah, she's like all involved as a side character. He even interrupts her. She's like, and he's like, yes, Natter.
You know, the funny thing about Natter, he said on his live stream, he's talking about Chantal and I guess how big she is and all that. But you know what, Natter? And trust me, I'm not a fan of Chantal. I'm just saying. He can't say anything really about her weight when we all know they hooked up, right? So he's saying all this stuff about her weight, blah, blah, blah. But Natter, you were the one being intimate with her more than once. You know what I mean? Like you're insulting her weight and how big she is, but you hooked up with the woman. You know what I mean? So you trying to insult Chantal, you're kind of throwing shade at yourself because you actually did the dirty with this woman more than once.
Ew, he said that. He threatened Sala. Well, Brittany, it's all good, man. I've got timestamps because your girl got time. Girl sip, hit me up.
You know, people are saying, I got timestamps. Here's what I find interesting about the Natter Chantal situation. Natter is someone that has allegedly physically hurt Chantal in various ways. He said awful things about her. She said awful things about him. And yet she won't strike his channel. She'll go after everybody else. But for some reason, She's not going after Natter. And she talks all the time about being an Aries. Oh, I'm an Aries. There's something about an Aries. We are vengeful, we're wrathful. Well, where is the wrath when it comes to Natter, Chantal? How come you haven't thrown any strikes at him? Any violations when you could have? That's very telling. When this person, Natter, according to you, has done more harm to you than any other person on YouTube, more so than the reactors you claim to hate, the ones that you sometimes throw strikes at, why is it that you won't strike his channel when you could? He'll sit there and do live stream after live stream, not an issue. But the reaction channels, you'll go behind the scenes and you'll throw strikes, or you'll have some of your minions do it. Yeah, it looks weird to me, doesn't it? It smells fishy, y'all. It smells like barracuda.
I seriously hope you do, because they are psycho. My song, by the way, guess who's going to Canada's Got Talent?
Not you.
Sala can play keyboard.
And you can't play guitar. Not with your little T-Rex arms. And listen, one of my ex-husbands was a guitar player. He played guitar. He was really good at it. He was just a dick. But he was really good at playing guitar. One thing I do know about guitar players, you have to have very flexible fingers. My ex-husband used to play guitar for hours every night just to keep his fingers flexible where he can play. And she got those little stubby fingers. Girl, what are you talking about? You can't even play guitar. You have no musical talent. Stop it.
At the end of the day.
Oh, no. No, please. She's not going to sit here and play. No. You're not going to disrespect that instrument. No, you're not going to sit. I don't want to. No. Please, no.
Hey, yeah.
Where did she even get that guitar?
That's right.
You can't play, Chantal.
You better believe it. I'm going to learn acoustic, man.
Get your dirty hands off that guitar.
So I can do a music accompaniment for my songs. Vance Beezer, hey! I'm a DM you on IG. Oh, okay, gross up. I appreciate it. I wish I could just give people my login to do the reporting for me.
Oh. See, what did I say? Haven't I been telling you that this one, she's all about that life of getting other people to do her dirty work? I've always said that it's my feeling. Remember when Natter was throwing all those strikes at the reaction channels, all the copyright strikes? It wasn't really him doing it. It was her. She was just using his hand to do it. Maybe they had a conversation and she said, hey, I want to go after these reaction channels. They're cutting into my income. Do the dirty work for me. If there's anything that happens to your channel, it's no big deal. I'll just set you up another one. I'm giving you money anyway. So he did the dirty work for her. And now here she is talking about, I'll just give people my login information to throw strikes. See, told you. She's all about finding pawns to do her dirty work.
The timestamps are awesome. Sala didn't take you out today?
So she is mad at the reaction channels, but she's angry, but she's so lazy. She won't do the work herself to watch videos and see where the violations might be. Like people are like, I'll send you timestamps. So she's relying on other people to tell her things and to send her things. Lazy, Chantal. You're mad, but you're not mad enough that you'll go out and do the work yourself. You'll employ Beezers or whoever to do the work for you. If there's even anything to report. Because like it or not, hello, transformative, fair use. Sorry you don't like it, but that's the thing. If we transform your content, you can't say nothing. Nanny, nanny, boo boo.
He always asks me to go with him, but sometimes I just let him go with Murad. Do his guy.
What? Say that again? What's that? What did she say?
Asked me to go with him, but sometimes I just let him go with Murad.
That part. Sometimes I let him go with Murad. Oh, you let him, do you? Oh, so he has to ask your permission? You let him? Control freak. You let him hang out with his friends. Like he has to ask for permission. You're horrible, Chantal. You're horrible. Con- control freak. Control freak she is. So he has to ask permission to hang out with his friends. Something he did before you even arrived. Suddenly he has to ask permission and you'll let him. I can't. I can't relate. I can't relate. You're letting him. What are you, his mother? He has to ask mommy's permission to go out, do things with the friends, have some fun. Oh my God.
Do his guy thing. Honestly, I'm such an introvert. Like,
You're a control freak, is what you are, and you make people miserable.
I'm going through a phase where I just want to like eat.
You eat all the time. What do you mean? Going through a phase where I eat all the time? Girl, what do you mean? You've been going through that phase for 4 or 5 years.
I don't know why.
No, I do. You're miserable. And you got an ED and it's out of control. And you monetized it as part of your content now. And you can't pull away from it. And you've got a bunch of enablers in the VIB chat that they give you money to support your addictions. And that's the truth. And they can come over here and scream at me all they want to. That is the truth. If you are watching someone and you know someone that has an addiction, they're an active addict, they're not in recovery, and you're giving them money knowing what they're going to use it for, they do the addiction in front of you where you can see in full view of what's going on, you give them money anyway, you're an enabler. You're enabling this crap. You're okay with it. I don't care if the addict is someone you think they're funny, you like their personality, they're still an addict. And the addiction is still dangerous and it could still kill them. And you're funding that. It is what it is. Maybe you guys started out as channel members, but because of her addictions and the fact that she's monetized them, you are enabling her addictions. You are giving her money for these addictions. She doesn't have another job where she's earning money to pay for her stuff. She relies on you to pay for her stuff. So you're enabling it. There, said it.
I probably need therapy or something.
Oh yeah, you need you need inpatient. You need inpatient. Your level of addiction with food is so severe, you would need inpatient. You would need to be in a facility where you could be watched and monitored and you don't have control. That's the only way it would work. But you will never do inpatient because you can't live stream in there and make it into content and make money off of it. You'll never do inpatient, but you need inpatient. You need someone to constantly watch you, monitor, control your food intake. That's the only way it would work.
Is this called?
Because you said yourself, Chantal, you're really bad with your impulses. You have no impulse control. You need someone to step in and be your control because you have none yourself.
Flower? The pack mentality has to go. It's kind of gross. I appreciate at least one person being on my side, and that might all be all it takes. It is a pack mentality, and that's what people clout chasing take advantage of. They're gonna have a big hater base, no matter who it is, no matter what lies they make up about us. it's gonna be followed.
You know what, Chantal? Say what you want, but you want that hater base. Because let's be real, the majority of the people that watch you hate watch you. I mean, that's facts. They hate watch you. Know how I know this? Because when you do a live stream, I peek at how many people are in the VIB chat versus how many people are actually watching. You might have, what, 10, 15 people in the VIB chat max anymore, but you'll have hundreds watching you. They're hate watching you. They're hate watching you. But you know what? At the end of the day, for you, it's still the same, isn't it? You're still going to get that Google AdSense money. So let's be real. You don't care if people watch you as long as they watch you. And you can sit there and bitch and yell about the reaction channels, but you need us. You need the reaction channels to cover you. Because if we didn't, your channel would go down even further, even faster. And that's why I'm hoping that Amberlynn Reed gets her head out of her butt and does something interesting.
Because people hate me so bad. Let's all just get along. Oh, but Salah had to sell a car. How did he drive them? Who said he had to sell his car? He just actually his car's paid for, so it's not like a brand new one, but so what?
I also find it interesting that before she left Canada to go to Kuwait, she sent him $9,000. Yet the story she gave us was that Salah was a successful businessman and he had money. He had so much money, she said, I could quit YouTube. So the math ain't mathin', Chantal. If this man is a successful businessman, and we know he's gone to college, we know he's college educated, supposedly he was working. If he's successful, why did you send him money? And a lot of it. The math ain't mathin'.
I was by myself for a couple hours, but I fell asleep. I went in bed, took my neck pillow, put the AC to 22. Sometimes the Salah wakes up in the night. I go get him another blanket though.
Hold on a minute. I'm looking something up. Give me 1 second, please. Give me 1 second, please. One second, please. Okay, so she said she sets it to 22. That would be 71 Fahrenheit. Okay, just making sure. I'm making sure because of the hamster.
Anyway, I was like editing, and one part in the Science Museum was so dull that I'm not kidding. You want to know behind the scenes? Okay, we went to a cultural center. I've always liked doing these museum things when I'm feeling in shape.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You didn't start doing these until you got with Salah. So if you really like doing museum things, why didn't you do them before? Why did not do them before Salah? You started doing them with Salah because you needed content. Why are you lying? If you're so into museums, why were you sitting in your room for a year getting high and eating? That's what you said you wanted to do. That's what you said you liked to do. You said, I like drugs. I like my food. You weren't going out to museums then? No.
The night before, I binged on a whole bunch of stuff.
You binge every night, Chantal. Let's just be honest. You binge every night. You binge every day. Food is your weakness. Food is your legal drug. And you can't seem to stay away from it. You even said yourself long ago, you're always thinking about food. Always. And it doesn't help when people in your chat start talking about food because then you really start thinking about it. I'm not saying your problem with food is their fault. But I think it's absolutely rude that if you're somebody in the chat and you know the person you're talking to has an addiction to food, you know this, and then you're bringing it up, knowing they get a problem with food, knowing it's going to trigger them. It's just not a good idea. It's like walking up to somebody who has a cola addiction. You know they got a problem with cola, and you start talking about cola. You know you're going to trigger them to maybe do it. Why do that?
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have a hard time walking around 6 museums today.
But you said you've been walking, so you lied.
So I could just feel it. Okay, it's not funny, but
Yeah, it's a little thing called exercise. I know that you're not familiar with it. And if you're not used to it, you're going to get tired.
being honest, like, I'm struggling a bit. I go through phases. I gotta get a grip. Anyway.
Well, it's not going to happen there because it seems like Sala has turned into somebody else in your life that because of your tantrums and your rages, he is just letting you do what you want to do just to shut you up one more day. Here, let me go get you some food so you'll calm down. It's a cycle and a pattern that is repeated with everybody that gets near you. They feed you just to shut you up. They're enabling you.
It doesn't matter where you go in the world. Your problems will follow you. I know this.
Yep. That's true.
So, there's 6 museums. The lady's like, it'll take 30 minutes each museum. No. Kuwait does everything bigger. Like, bigger and better. You see the architecture and everything? Each museum takes, like, at least an hour or two. It's like a full-blown museum. We only managed to do 3.
So you basically you are admitting, Chantal, something that we've always known. You and Sala will go out and you film a bunch of footage all in one day, and then you cut it down into videos to make it look like you've gone out for several days. Yeah, you just admitted that.
Or 4. And I'm going to make it 3 videos because they're too long.
Right? See, she just said it. I'll make that into 3 videos. So it looks like she's gone out for several days when it's just one day. They go out for one day, they film a bunch of footage, and then she chops it all up into several videos to stretch the profit margin.
I'm trying to edit out all the really educational crap because I know you guys don't care.
How do you know that?
Like, you know about carbohydrates and brain neurons and all that stuff, so just like really funny stuff, I guess. I'm trying to make it funny. So I'm really trying to edit hard to make it more interesting for you guys. And but behind the scenes, like what I edit out, we do have a really good time and laugh a lot when we're at
Well, what you just said does not make sense. Behind the scenes, we have a really good time, and that's the stuff that I edit out. Do y'all see a problem with that? Does that sound backwards to you? Oh, behind the scenes, we're having a really good time, and that's the stuff I'm going to leave on the cutting room floor. What? Huh?
museums. I get really mad. It's funny. I prefer hanging out with Siad. So it's true that you two aren't married legally by law in Kuwait? No, we're married. We're
No, you're not.
married. I'm cleaning, so I don't have my ring right now. It's in the room. I don't want to open the door because when I open the door, it goes. There's many.
Let me tell you something, Chantal. You get married, you don't take your ring off. It never leaves your finger. Do you hear me? It just doesn't, unless you're going into major surgery and it has to be taken off. That's an exception. There's some rare exceptions. But you and Saul have been taking your rings off periodically. Sometimes we'll see him without his ring on. Sometimes we see you without your ring on. You don't do that, especially newly married. Are you serious?
Different ways to get married. It is true, if you look up the laws, you need a civil ID, but there's many different types of ways to get around that, which I learned.
What's that? Say that again. What was that?
Many different ways to get married. It is true, if you look up the laws, you need a civil ID, but there's many different types of ways to get around that.
Oh. Oh, look at you. You just said there's ways to get around that. So how are you going to get around Kuwaiti law? Now, I have heard that there are different kinds of marriages over in the Middle East. And there is a type of marriage called forgive my pronunciation if it's wrong, a muta marriage, that it's not really a legal marriage. It's just a temporary marriage where it's a spoken agreement. And that anytime both parties can say, okay, we're done being married, and that's how it works. Is that what's going on with the two of you? A muta marriage?
which I learned. So just be
But I don't like the way she said that. Oh, there's ways to get around that. Like there's ways to circumvent the law. I don't like what she just said.
patient, guys. Maybe eventually I can share.
You know, if it was a real marriage, if it was real, you don't have to get around the law. You just have to get married. So what's up, Chantal? If it were real, why do you have to get around the law? That sounds shady as hell.
More details. I'm being respectful right now of everything, and I just want to keep certain things private about us, because even if we did produce some kind of paper to show you guys, well, some kind of paper, like if I showed you, you know what I mean? People are gonna say I just produced it, and it's not real. So
Yeah, you did with the letter from the police. Remember that, y'all? When everybody was saying produce the letter from the police, and then she showed something and it was all cut up and it didn't even look right and the seal looked fake. Yeah, we remember that, Chantal. We do. That came straight off a Xerox machine. And Dee Dee probably wrote it up just to shut everybody up. We remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. We remember.
no matter what I do, I don't like to explain myself, especially for things that are no
You do nothing but explain yourself, and not very well, I might add, because it's all lies.
one's business. Like the details of our marriage, whatever. It's not really anyone's business, but I understand that I'm a public figure. Blah blah blah.
It's not that you're a public figure. It's just that your lies are public. See the difference?
Why didn't I just do like, I don't know, some kind of content where I don't have to like, but I like talking about myself.
Oh, we know because you're a narcissist. And on that note, you also like to go to the reaction channels and see what they're saying about you. You also like to go to their community posts, their Twitters. You're nosy. You're a nosy busybody. You got nothing else to do. You're not just content with the attention on your channel and your VIBers and your viewers. No, no, no. No, you got to go everywhere and check out everything from everybody. Got to go on Natter's channel. Got to go on the reaction channels. Got to go on their community tabs and their Twitters. You're looking every place, Chantal. You're looking for ideas for your channel. You're looking for a reason to rage. Yes, ma'am, you are.
Didi, or however you spell her name, dislikes you is because she knows.
Quit. Come here.
Ew. I'm gonna ask for a no contact order. He's just using his platform to abuse me more at this point.
Then why don't you throw a copyright strike? Why don't you do that? Why don't you take any action against Natter? Because you haven't. You won't go after him. And that looks really sus to me. That for all the things she said that Natter's done to her and continues to say about her, yet nothing happens between them. It so looks like the two of them are in cahoots together still.
Verbally, he's abusive with everybody he talks to on his platform. The last time we had one, he wasn't able to talk about me. I also don't, like, when I go back to Canada, he's so unhinged. Who knows what he would do? Like, honestly, he knows where I live, and I know you're thinking,
oh, cut it out. Stop it. I don't want to hear this crap again. I really don't. Who knows what he would do? He knows where I live. Y'all, you know what? I'm getting such vibes. Y'all remember that live stream she did the whole paper clips live stream where she was saying how dangerous he was, and oh, I don't know if I'm safe here, and I need a safe word, and let's make a public safe word, and the word is paper clips. Yeah, I remember. I remember. She was so scared of Natter and talking about security cameras and all that. She was never scared of Natter. And after that live stream, she continued to see him. So this scary, dangerous man, she was hooking up with him in sleazy, disgusting motels and hotels. She felt comfortable enough to spend time with him alone in an enclosed space. But now she's trying to say, I don't know what he'll do to me. Chantal, he doesn't even have a car. He can't come see you. He lives in Montreal. You live in Ottawa. He's got a court case coming up. You're fine. I don't think he's going to do anything to you. Okay, so you can cut out all this. You're saying things to get people concerned about you. You're doing it on purpose because you like people to worry about you. This is emotional manipulation, y'all. She's manipulating her audience to worry about her, be concerned for her. Oh, he's dangerous. He's going to hurt me. No, he's not. He's got a whole lot of problems to worry about.
Oh, he wouldn't do that. He stabbed people, so I wouldn't put it past him. Your mama was right. This guy is facing grape charges. And he's worried about Sala and I. Get a life, dude. He makes 4 live streams a day talking about me making the same popcorn.
How would you know he makes 4 live streams a day? See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. How would she know if anybody makes 4 live streams a day unless she's paying attention to the reaction channels or any channels on YouTube? How would she know the exact number? Just like, how would she know, like, how many views Frenchie's videos are doing with the Doherty dozen? And her bringing up, oh, she only got 10,000 views on this video, unless she was looking. See, she gives herself away. I don't care about the reaction channels. They suck. I can't stand them. Yet she's pocket watching. She sure is. She's pocket watching what we're doing. She's pocket watching what we're reacting to and how many views we get and how many subs we get. She's watching.
Putting the grandmother blanket down on the crappy leather couch where Doo-Doo stores her purple vibrator. And they talk about us.
And for someone who says she loves Sala, she's still got her eyes on Natter's channel and what they're doing. See, there you go. Like you're with a guy, yet you're still watching your ex. That's so twisted.
You need a reality check, buddy. And
You do.
to shut your mouth about me. You don't get that Saul is a real man?
Not really. I mean, he's looking at you to support him. You're over there giving him money, and he's putting up with your crap. And listen, I got no respect for Sala. I got no respect for him because he threw his lot in with the beast known as Chantal. He wanted to get on a fast track to fame or fortune or whatever, and using her to do it. And the price that he paid was discord with family and friends and losing friends over her. What kind of a real man would allow all that to happen for money?
Because he never raised a hand to me, ever. In a malicious way. Dude, the amount of times Gunt says salad in this stream alone is diabolical. Good. I can't wait to report it all.
No, you won't. You won't report Natter. You won't. You could do it right now if you wanted to. You don't have to wait to go back to Canada. You know how to report people. Why can't you get on your phone and report if that's what you want to do? Why do you have to wait to get back to Canada? You could do it right now if you wanted to.
Seriously. They're currently raging. Oh, so they're live still? When do you have time to work at Colbeck's Independent if you're always live talking about me? Imagine you lose your job because of me, according to you. I ruined your life.
Did you just dock somebody's job, Chantal?
No. You ruined your life the minute you shackled up with the Gatineau freak loser. That's what you did. Blaming me? Go ahead. If it helps you sleep at night. I'm sure the coughing and pacing isn't helping either.
You know, again, see, she's throwing shade at Natter, but you can't throw shade at Natter without throwing shade at yourself. You're sitting there putting down the coughing and hacking, but isn't that the guy you want to be married to, Chantal? The one that you went out and got your own engagement ring and you posted photos of yourself saying, I'm engaged. The one that you went into his chat and you were typing in all caps, I got the ring, I got the dress, claim me. Yeah, that was you. Wasn't that also the same man that when you did another live stream before that, you said to the world, I am addicted to this man? You did that too. So again, you can't throw shade at Natter without throwing shade at yourself. You're putting him down, but once upon a time you wanted to marry him and you still do. Because that is the love of your life. He is your match. He's the male version of you. You're both two sides of the same coin.
Stan. Who knows? You know, they're abusive and manipulative. If they did it to you, chances are there are other victims.
You know what's interesting about Chantal's time around Sala? When Chantal was with Bibi, she didn't like it because she said Bibi was boring. She said she likes the drama. She likes the high drama. Bibi wasn't bringing the high drama, neither was Pete's. That's why she cheated on both men, because it just wasn't exciting enough. She's an adrenaline chaser. She liked being around Natter because he fed into her drama and they had fights and she found that exciting. So here's Sala and he's treating her like a gentleman. Guarantee you she's bored. She wants to go back to the drama.
She just sits there. And she's so pathetic. Man, you're like 50 and you're doing this.
Are you age shaming? You're age shaming, aren't you? Chantal, I just turned 52. And I could run circles around you in every way. You hear me? You're younger than me physically. You're 38, I'm 52. I could still run circles around you in every way, girl. You're a little girl. I'm a woman. You don't know what it is to be a woman. You don't carry yourself as a woman with her own mind and can take care of herself. You're not independent. You're not a boss bitch. So before you open your mouth about older women again, just think about that. You know, like there are older women that are doing the damn thing and we're doing it well, better than you. There are older women that would put you to shame in every way. Stop with that age shaming. Stop it.
When did we ever talk about you? When has Sala ever talked about you? Except calling you Chef Hana, which is chef shit, and doo-doo. Huh? Because we're not pathetic. And paperclip still applies. If you think you're gonna...
Oh, no, we're not doing that. Listen, Chantal, you better not start with that shit. Now you're about to make me mad. You're about to make me mad. Don't start with that shit. Cut it out.
Take an Uber with doo-doo to come kick my butt when I'm back in Canada.
No. You're not going to do that. I'm not going to let you. You're not going to sit there and trigger people all over again. Cut it out. You've done it too many times talking about DV and SA. Cut it the fuck out. Cut it out. And especially cut it out when you yourself said you exaggerated the claims, meaning you lied. And if things really happen to you, you don't have to exaggerate anything. The truth is all you need. But you said you exaggerated the claims, which means you lied. I personally don't believe anything happened at all. And that's why you felt so confident and secure that after those claims, you were spending time with him in motels and hotels. Girl, tell me you lied without telling me you lied. Sometimes actions speak more truth than words. For all your words, you felt secure enough after those claims to spend time with him, and you never looked afraid. You never looked intimidated. So shut your lying mouth about that crap.
Pizza's got swords. And I know you can think you can beat everyone up. Sala's 3 times black belt in Kung Fu. Just try it.
And this is what she wants. She wants men fighting over her. She likes this whole thing between Sala and Allah. She wants to get something started between Nader and Sala. She wants to be in the middle of 2 men fighting over her. She loves it. She's done this before. When she had Nader and Pete's fighting over her, she wants this. She wants all of this. Because that's where she puts her validation and her worth, is how many men are looking at her and paying attention to her and fighting over her. When she's not even worth fighting over. She isn't.
Yeah. Right, T-Lex? Knew me. Maddie loves Tony. You got a Cocker Spaniel? Lady in the Tramp. Duchess. Oh, that's so cute. Mabruk. Congratulations. Sala and Mad Turd PPP match. Yeah, I need to pay off the Kia.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I might just wait. If Sala ever does come to Canada, he would have to sell his car. And then I could pay off my Kia. Then we can have the Kia.
Oh, so you're planning on he sells his car so you can pay off your car. Nice, Chantal. So he's got to get rid of a car that he owns just so you can pay off your car that isn't worth much of anything because it's probably worn out. So let's take away something that belongs to him so my piece of crap car can keep running. Got it.
I want to go one time in my life without having a car payment. But I always have high interest because my credit's always shit because I overspend, live beyond my means.
So here we go with this irresponsible female. She could have paid off the Kia long ago and probably bought a new car if she had been responsible. But because she's irresponsible, she's expecting Sala to get rid of his car. I guess to what? To give her money to pay off her car so she doesn't have any more car payments.
I swear money burns a hole in my body. But Sala is the opposite. Like he's paid for he's so good with money.
If he's so good with money, why did he need $9,000 from you?
I have one more cracker to eat and then I'll stop eating for now.
Thank goodness.
What was that? Sala hit a nerve on trash bag last night. Gross but funny to hear them I think you and douchebag love each other still. I don't know where people get that idea. Seriously. Actually, I can say I never did love love it.
Oh, please. Oh, please. Chantal, listen. People can look at photos of you and Natter together and your body language, and then photos of you and Sala together and your body language, and clearly you were more into Natter than you are into Sala.
The person I had feelings for was not the person.
And you know what? I'm thinking about the even after they were supposedly done. Y'all remember the collage of photos she put together for a video with music, all their good times together? Would you do that for somebody that you didn't love? I don't think so.
Person that he revealed to be at all. So I was naive and stupid.
You were just stupid.
Take responsibility for that. But the minute that Sam's Bar Lounge video came out,
Oh, please. You didn't care. You knew what he was. You didn't care. Way before the Sam's Bar Lounge video came out, when people were telling you about him having profiles on Tinder, wanting to meet other women, you didn't care about that. You didn't care about his criminal past. You didn't care about anything because you wanted to be with him and you were just excusing everything that people were throwing at you. So it wasn't like you didn't know. You did know. You just didn't care.
confirmed everything, and I saw behind their scenes. Oh my god. That was it for me. I mean, no, I still had issues, and I still tried to contact after a while. Um, Unfortunately, when people do,
You, oh, she's making me tired. Chantal. Chantal. You've been in Kuwait for what, 2 months now? And even while in Kuwait, you went into Natter's chat room and you made a point to tell Dee Dee, I could come home and take your man away from you. Why would a married woman say that if she's happy with her husband? Still trying to claim ownership over an ex. You still have feelings for Natter. You do. And this whole trip, everybody's been saying it's to make Natter jealous and maybe even to get control of him because the two of you have had a tug of war with each other for over a year about who's got power over who. And maybe you want to drive home the point that because of him depending on you for money versus going out and making his own money, you want to drive home the point that just as I made you, I can break you. Just as I gave your channel success and gave you money, I could take that away. Maybe that's what this was all about. You proving the point that you're the sugar mama, and if you take the sugar away, he's got nothing. He could make his own sugar, but he's lazy and entitled and a narcissist, and he thinks he's too far above getting a regular job. He's always got his hand out to women to support him. But you want to drive home that point, didn't you? I got the sugar, and just as I gave it to you, I can give it to somebody else just as easily, and life will go on. This was about you trying to maintain control over Natter and getting more control over him, wasn't it? That's what this was about, making him jealous and getting control. And it worked. Because even he said tonight that if he didn't talk about you, he didn't get views. And I'm sure he misses the money that you used to buy groceries and whatnot. So whatever you wanted to do, it kind of sort of worked.
wrong to you, those feelings don't just dissipate right away, but they do. Man, meeting Sala, I swear, he's my good karma for going through that.
You don't have good karma. If you have such good karma, why is your channel tanking? Why are your VIBs leaving? Why are you desperate for content, Miss Good Karma? Why are the house of cards starting to slowly come down? That is a result of karma catching up to you.
If I compare how I felt the last time I saw him driving around Montreal, motel metros, ugh.
Yep, there we go. See what? Remember me saying that even after the allegation, she was meeting him at the motel. By the way, that's a great that face. Pardon me, y'all. Would you mind if I took that for my thumbnail? Sorry about the screen there. That's the clip thing for Windows. That's a beautiful face, isn't it? Yeah, that's perfect. That's gonna be my thumbnail, Chantal, because that's just great. That was a perfect moment. Thank you so much for the thumbnail. Let's continue, y'all.
That doesn't exist here. Well, I mean, as far as I know.
But she was going to motels and hotels after the allegations and her saying he's a scary guy. He's got the black eyed rage. I'm so scared of him. Paper clips, all this other bullshit. Meeting him at sleazy motels. My opinion, this is just my opinion, y'all. Just take it for what it's worth. I think Chantal thinks she's so far above everybody and she's so arrogant with her money that she's kind of got a kink of sorts for doing things that are dirty. I mean, because why would someone like Chantal, who has all kinds of money, who could easily stay at really nice motels and hotels, pick the sleaziest, nastiest, dirtiest motels you could think of? Why? Unless she's got some sort of a kink. Because she always likes doing things that are taboo, that are dirty, that are forbidden. So maybe she's got a kink for I'm making all kinds of money, but I'm going to go roll around the dirt and stay at motels and hotels with this really dangerous bad boy, Natter.
Never. No. I'm 1,000% in love with my husband.
No, you're not. Because if you were, you wouldn't have gone to Natter's chat. End of.
Casala. Like, to the point where I don't know how I'm going to be away from him for like a month or 3 weeks.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. What I've been saying, y'all. Foodie is freaking out because she knows in a few weeks she's got to leave. She's a stage 5 clinger. She's got attachments to Sala, and she's freaking out because she's gonna have to leave him behind. She's not freaking out because she can't use him for content anymore. It's because she's attached to him. And nobody that flies into the Chantal web ever escapes. But this is a situation that she cannot control. She can't take him home with her in her suitcase. She's got to leave him behind. He's going to be separated from her thousands of miles away. She can't just get in her car anytime she wants and go to his house and peep in his windows and try his door like she did with Natter. He's going to be in another country away from her and out of her control. And that means his family and friends can be in his ear. She's deathly afraid of that, of losing control of Sala. She's got control over him right now because she's physically there. But once she comes home, that control's gone. And she's going to lose him, and she knows it.
Weeks. It's going to suck. I look like Julie Andrews. Sound music.
And then she's going to come home without Sala, and she can't use him for content. She can't say, hey, wake up at 3:30 in the morning and go get me some food or do a live stream with me. She's going to be all by herself, back in her room, struggling to find out what to say to her audience to make things interesting.
Get it, girl. They talk over each other all the time and you can't understand a word. How many months is the yellow star? I don't know, Maddie. Can you do more gravy gullet Lachine voice? What do you want me to say over me? I'll say anything you want me to say in the gravy voice. Turn your comments. Oh, I forgot about TikTok. I hate TikTok already.
Oh, you hate TikTok, but you want to be on there because you heard it made money. You hate TikTok just because you can't figure out what to do to make money there.
They play the same. Everybody plays the same songs. Hell no, hell no, hell no, 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 no. And they also play, baby, come down, come down. What else do they play all the time? Oh, I hate all the TikTok songs. I hate trends.
You know what? If you don't like the trends, if you think you can do better, then do better. But the thing is, you can't do better. And you know it, and that's why you're not on TikTok. And you're also not on TikTok because you would get dragged, and because TikTok does not play with people who try to exploit EDs. That I will say is good for TikTok. That they don't put up with that crap. Amberlynn Reed tried it and got her account taken away. She did that ridiculous video where she was exploiting her ED and making fun of it, and TikTok did not play with that. So good on you, TikTok.
I basically hate
I wish that YouTube had the same rules.
trends. Sometimes I put trend in my tags because I don't know, I want to try to get more views or something, but
There you go.
I feel gross when I do it.
No, you don't.
Brittany, yes, I've been wanting CGT arc. Yeah, guaranteed. People are already hounding Harry and Simon. Do not let this fat loser on your show. I'm gonna go on and create a sob story like, for 5 years I've been bullied.
Really? You're going to go over there? Y'all hear that? She's going to sit there and go on TikTok and create a story about being bullied just for views. Chantal, you suck. You are disgusting. You're going to go in there and pretend that you've been bullied just to get money? Girl, bye.
And then they're gonna play the Cuba Rage. I want processed cheese and crackers. Jenny.
You know, I'm wondering about something. I'm wondering if she's eating during this whole. Okay, oh, here we go. Exploiting the hamster for content. All right. Because she runs out of things to say, so let's put the camera on Harry.
Looks like government cheese. Someone like you wanting to eat. I know A plus. I was singing at the end of the day.
Please don't sing. Listen, I heard this song. I don't need to hear it again. There's a channel that I go to, y'all. The House of Hannibal. You guys should check him out. The House of Hannibal. Great channel. Very funny. Hannibal, I will never forgive you. You played that song over and over, and that's why I was throwing tomatoes at you. Hannibal's a good guy. He's a gamer. So, but I was in his chat earlier. He was playing that damn it song. Damn it, Hannibal. You stop that. I'm calling corporate. But I heard it too many times over there. I don't want to hear you sing too.
And for some reason, Miley Cyrus, The Climb, kept coming into my head. Really? I never heard that. Hi, Sanella. At the end of the day on Spotify. Now Trashbag is saying you begged him 1,000 times to marry you. Okay. Listen. That was then, which is irrelevant. Because you've proven yourself to be a piece of crap since
Well, he's a piece of crap. You're the whole pile.
then, right? So, yeah. How is that even a flex? Somebody I cared for and somebody I thought was reciprocating that, but actually in actuality was giving me diseases and abusing me and cheating on me behind my back. That's why when people STD shame, it's like, dude, I did not sleep with another person while I was with him.
Really?
He was the one who contracted that, probably from Porch Lady. I mean, or somebody. Oh my god. Ew, do you think Dee Dee...
Not Chantal over there. Listen, I don't know what Natter gave her or did not give her. None of us know. But we know that Chantal is promiscuous. even after Natter, she talked about meeting up with guys and doing the dirty. We know that. And we'll never forget the stream she did with Natter where she was talking about going to his house for the first time, seeing a used meth pipe and smoking out of it. I mean, that's just gross, Chantal. That's nasty. That is so nasty. Girl, come on. You've never been one to care about your hygiene or your health. Hey, I don't know if Natter gave you anything. I don't know if that was just a made up story arc, but you've not been one that you're about being safe with partners.
The pregnancy test was Dee Dee's. When I asked him that, he's like, "Come on, Dee Dee doesn't have. Dee Dee's so old she can't get pregnant." Oh, doo doo, the shit talking your lover did to about you. You have no idea. Oh, I'm sure he did about me too, without a
Mm-hmm.
doubt. I'm not dumb. Doesn't love anyone but himself, so that's what a narcissist is. Yeah, stuck in the past. I'm asking respectfully, what does Salah wear to sleep? It depends when he falls. He's one of the I find he's one of those men who just fall asleep. Like, actually, I made that comment to Salah. I feel like a big fat baby sometimes.
You are a big fat baby. You're a toddler. You throw tantrums. You expect people to take care of you. And I'm going to say it again, my opinion. I think Chantal is she's got a problem with food. It's out of control. She could seek out counseling, seek out therapy. She's not doing it. I think Chantal is purposely perhaps gaining weight because the bigger she gets, the more people have to cater to her, the more they have to take care of her. And she can say, I can't do this, I can't do that because I am of a bigger size. So, kind of like forcing people to take care of her. And maybe the idea is she's going to get bedbound in the future. And if she's bedbound, that means she's going to lay still. And everybody's got to take care of her and wash her and dress her and feed her. And then she can say, I can't do anything. Everybody's got to wait on me. And I hope that's not the plan, Chantal. Because as I said, there's a lot of people that are bedbound due to physical reasons or medical reasons. I'm sure they wish they had more freedom. It's not going to be the fairy tale that you think it is. And if you become bedbound, you got to be very, very careful not to get infections. And you do have diabetes, which means any wound you get is going to heal slow. You know this from past experience with things that have happened to you. So if you are stuck in this mindset of I'm just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and the bigger I get, the more people have to cater to me because you're just trying to get out of adulting, you want someone to take care of you. This is a toxic mindset, and you need to fix it.
Um, you saw me in the video go up the stairs that one time I almost died. Then we went to another museum and there was even more stairs. And there was like all pterodactyls upstairs and we wanted to go see and I was like, oh no, no. Like the minute we came in the museum I saw the stairs, I warned him right ahead of time. I went, no, I'm not going up those stairs by the way. You can take my phone and video the pterodactyls. But
You know, Chantal, your body is giving you warning signs, and you're just not paying attention. Your body is giving you warning signs. I mean, just think about it. You're getting so big now that you're having trouble finding clothes to fit you, and you're having trouble walking up a set of stairs, and you're having trouble walking in general without being out of breath. Your body is giving you signs. For God's sake, wake up and listen. Your mobility is going down. Your health is going down. What's it going to take to make you listen?
no. See, I don't know, like when I'm going through like I walked Al Shahid Park, I walked for hours and hours. But sometimes, like, I'm not in the mood to.
You know, I just got to know, Chantal, the money you're making on YouTube. You're making money on YouTube. I don't even know how much. But at the same time, your quality of life is going down. It doesn't make sense to me that you're so focused on the money, but yet your health is so bad that you can't go out and enjoy life. You can't enjoy much of life. I don't get it. A paycheck for your health. You're making money, but you can't go out and enjoy life. And there's so much life to enjoy. You just don't care.
I know I have to push myself more.
Well, you're not, though. The only thing you're pushing yourself towards is eating more food, which is making you sick.
Can you post the lyrics? Sure, I have them on my notepad. Is FFG your creaky door? Absolutely haters wouldn't believe anything anyway. Let them cry about it. Exactly, Numi. People are gonna call me a liar no matter what.
You are, though.
It's hard to believe you didn't have a wedding cake. A plus. It's not.
She didn't have a wedding cake because there was no wedding. And we know, Chantal, if there was a wedding, if her and Saul were really married, we would see photos. She'd be bragging about it all day long because she can't keep her mouth shut. There was no wedding. They're not married.
Not a traditional wedding. Like, we just made it a legal thing and very, very basic, but it wasn't very easy to do.
It wasn't done at all. You're on a tourist visa. You can't get married.
We had to go through some loopholes. Which in Canada probably wouldn't be possible. I like going places.
So basically, you just said again that you're saying that you found some loopholes. You're saying it's shady, that it's not even legal. That's what you're saying out loud. We had to find some loopholes. We had to go around the corner with it. That means it's not a real marriage. Like if it were a real legal marriage, why would you have to go around corners, Chantal?
Because where the law's flexible. I'm kidding. Anyway, no. Just being vague on purpose because there's people who just think I'm a liar no matter what I do anyway. You know? So, like what Salah has, you have to be registered. Usually you get a civil ID from your company, your business, or somewhere you work, your employment. I'll catch up with
You know what, guys? I am so sorry. This is a really long live stream. My react is at 2 hours and 23 minutes right now. I know a lot of you don't have time to sit here and watch a 4 or 5 hour react, so there might be something else here. But I think we've done enough for tonight. I really think so. So we'll just cut it off here, and I hope that's sufficient for everybody. If you want a longer react, just let me know, like what your preference is. But I think 2 hours is plenty. I usually do like an hour, but Chantal's been doing longer and longer live streams, so I'm trying to accommodate. But as you can see right here, there's a lot left, but I just don't want to make a real too long of a react. So I hope this is okay. Hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for spending time with me, being on my channel and watching my video. Hope you like and subscribe. So I hope you have a wonderful night and take care. Bye-bye.